A game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. The Longhorns will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So TCU's offense will have the opening possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Longhorns offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping it.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title there.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated. But he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Working that left side now. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Powell. At the 45 on its way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff. And the message and what they're preaching, they all believe they could do something very special this season.
Finds his man in the middle. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Powell. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Using the quick game. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Here we go. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the 1st half with the home team.
TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Fires to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking deep down the right side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage?
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
That is a big win for this. As they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Powell. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Finding open areas. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. It's a running run. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want. Because
he hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Here's the handoff. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Run it with the fullback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fit it in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. and finds a soft spot. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Gives it on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 17 over Auburn. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got the back over the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. No huddle offense to the line. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. Got room at the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Caught behind the line. It's Powell. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. And the Longhorns will punt it away on down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And he loses the football. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, there is nothing. Deflating when I'm a defensive player. I just got a great stop. The offense is about to get the football back, and then we cough it up on special teams. And guess what? I got to get my helmet on and go right back out there, and I got to get another stop.
Motion from the wideout. Makes the quick grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
But how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that corner.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Jennings. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Got it in the middle. It's Nicholson. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Takes a handoff. It's Powell. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. The give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.